Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the show. Why is my hair like this? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. This is Lillian. Let me just make sure that people are watching us. You all are welcome to the show. I hate to start apologizing that I ran late, but that's okay. I had a little technical glitch I was trying to fix, so I am sorry for that. I know some of you say, oh, Lillian, that's your usual thing, but that's okay, you know. So today's show is interesting, and I'm sure some of you saw my flyer there. Hi, Induka. Thank you so much for joining the show. Thank you so much. So today's show is very interesting because I want to talk about something that is happening to a lot of people out there. And now that it happened to somebody, I see a lot of people say, oh, say so many things, this, that, this, that, this, that. But a lot of people suffering this same thing out there without speaking out. So I really want to talk about it. And that's why my topic today is, my topic is, sorry, I'm trying to type out something. I don't know why it's going another way. So that's why my topic today is behind the smiles. What do I mean that behind the smiles, or by behind the smiles? Sorry. You see, now you make it good, make somebody come early and organize yourself properly so you won't be having all these jump mouths back and forth. Okay, so the topic today is behind the smiles. A lot of us are smiling, but what is truly behind it? Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. He says we are here to hear and learn. Yes, I'm learning from you guys too, trust me. You know, so what is behind our smiles? A lot of people smile, but what is behind it? And I'm going to use the recent story that is trending now, as my base to talk about it. Let me put up the topic so that people can actually see what I'm talking about. Behind the smiles. A lot of people you see smiling, a lot of people you see laughing. What is really there? Are they happy, truly happy? Or are they suffering? I'm making you and I believe that they are happy. What is there? Those are some of the things I want to talk about today. Behind the smiles. And the reason why I got inspired to bring up this topic is the new story trending with the prince and princess, should I call them both? Meghan and Harry. Thank you so much. Okay, my headroom. Thank you. Okay. I'm sure it's because I'm trying to type something. So my topic today is behind the smiles. Come on, put yourself together, Lillian, and get this thing done. Okay. All right. So when I was listening to their story, I sat down and I'm like, a lot of people in our community are suffering this same thing and they don't talk about it. So, but we all now are like, oh my God, the princess, the duchess, the duke, the this. I know they have the big name. That's why we heard that, okay, this is the problem she's going through. But what about you, the common man, the common woman that is smiling, but you are in tears in your closed door? In our African community, a lot of women are in that shoe of this beautiful lady, and they cannot speak out for help. So my topic today, my message today is that if you're in this situation, if you're in this condition, you need to speak out. Because if you don't speak out, there are a lot of things that could happen. Is either the person goes and says, oh, well, we don't pray for that. But like she was saying, she was nurturing suicide. I know a lot of you say, what's the story about? Okay, I'll give a little bit of the story. So Meghan Markle, the American girl who is married to the British guy, who happened to be a prince, Harry, was going through a lot behind closed door, and behind those smiles, you see them come out to give. And it got to an extent, according to her, that she was contemplating suicide because she was very depressed. And she had to tell the husband, I said, listen, this is what I'm going through. I can't take it anymore. I've tried. I've been so loyal. I've tried to be so nice, but it looks like it's not working. But you know what? How many men will do that? He is a good guy. He had to shave off and say, you know, my life first. I've decided to marry this girl, no matter her color, no matter where she comes from, no matter what she is, I am going to stick with her. And they both had to denounce that title. Say, no, even at this title, we don't want time again, more not take her. But we want our happiness. Let us go. So when I looked at it after watching them, I sat down and I said, Lillian, a lot of people in our community are suffering this same thing. But they don't want to speak out. Maybe because they're pastors' wives. Oh, they're not going to call me mama again if I do that. They'll say, oh, look at what you guys are doing. They are bishop's wife, apostles' wife, or whatever, husband, they're married to them. Or maybe they're married to people from whatever home they are from. They're suffering it. Or maybe they're just neutral people. Prince Harry is a man. Exactly. Yes, he is. He is a man. Title was not the problem. Like, what it concern me and title? I can be rich as much as I can. It's not just the title, but I want this woman to be happy. So a lot of people in our community, I want to encourage you. If you are suffering this kind of thing, speak to your spouse. And if your spouse does not take an action that you like, speak to people. There are a lot of organizations, there are a lot of bodies that will listen to you. Now, let's take it down a little bit to our African community. I'm sure a lot of people didn't see that I'm live. So let me go and bring it up to my proper page for people to actually see, you know. So the thing is, okay, thank you so much. You understand? So the thing is, how many people in our community, in our African community, are married and are suffering from the hands of brother-in-law, sister-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, grandfather-in-law, orishi-in-law, law, and they zip up. Oh, I don't want to say anything. I don't know what is going to happen. You know, if I say it now, what will happen to my marriage? What will happen to this? You die in it if you don't speak. If you don't speak, you'll be depressed, anxiety. Different things can come up. It will just take you off from a normal life. And that is what causes some sicknesses and diseases. Some of these problems in relationship that people don't speak out because of what would they say? Oh, I have 5 children. I have 10 children. If I leave, what is going to happen? They'll say, oh, you don't know. You're not happy. You're not happy. You have to speak out. And let me flip it the other way. It's not only the women too, even the men can be suffering marital abuse from families and they don't say anything. If I leave the wife now, they'll say, why did you leave her? You left her. You want to go and marry another person. Janet and this. You want to go and marry them. No. Your happiness is what matters. I think that is what I'm going to stress on. Your happiness. No other person. You have to decide that I want to be happy. Because you know what? If you're not happy, the people around you, that spirit, that energy is going to go to them. And if anything happens to you, it's going to be a shortage to your family. So you see, a lot of people are in marriages that they are not happy in. I am not here advocating for divorce. Don't get me wrong, because you know, say our people, when you talk something, they just interpret it to another language. What I am saying is seek for help. Seek for help. That's why I see a lot of pastors' wives. I'm going to go there too, because religion is another thing. We don't say, don't say that you have a problem, because it means that the Holy Ghost, the rokobo, is not working for you. They have problems. They have problems. When you're going through those problems, speak out. If nobody want to listen to you around the governing body, go to the government. They have a lot of people that can help you. Inbox me. I will send you the names and places to go to. If you know you can't take it, that the person, the man not demeans you. It's not even just the man demeaning you, the family. I heard of a story where they said that this young woman was married to a man, and the sister-in-law and the mother-in-law, all they do is they come and say, you dey eat our brother money, oh, see as they dress, oh, see as they do this, oh, see as they are in charge. Then why didn't you marry your brother? You should have married your brother. It's a simple matter. Marry him. So the truth of the matter is, please, anything that you're going through and you know that is not right, is not normal, report it. That doesn't mean you should leave your house, your marital home. Report it so that both of you can seek for help. There's therapy. Maybe your husband needs to sit up and know what to do, if he's a boy, because there are a lot of some men that are boys and there are a lot of women that are girls, that the family need to control their head. So it's not a question of just the racism because she's black or because she's yellow and she's not white. It's a question of the individual. I say it. It's the individual. Because there are a lot of people who are married to people who are not the same color and they are very happy. But some people don't get it. If you are not the same. So it's not, some people say because she's black, she's coming into the royal house. Even if she's white, if they're not like her, they're not like her. This is my own opinion. Oh. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. If they don't like her, they don't like her. If you like, take your head, rub grand. They do everything. They cook, they sarah, they do whatever. Once that family is a family that want to be in charge, want to be in control, that you have to do what they want, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. So today my show is not going to be too long. I just wanted to bring that out to say, behind our smiles, what is there? You, an African woman, an African man, whatever you're suffering in your house, whether it's in Nigeria, they have a lot of organizations now that are helping people. Don't go into depression. A lot of people are depressed in our community. A lot of people can't sleep anymore in our community. They need to take medicine to sleep. They cannot sleep because they're very worried. A lot of things are bothering them. A lot of things are disturbing them. They cannot sleep. Speak to somebody. Stop going secretly to your doctor just to take the medicine for you to sleep, or for you to take away those panic attack and anxiety and everything. Speak to somebody. That's why you have them trained therapists that you can speak to. There are a lot of therapists that you can speak to. Don't just be there suffering and smiling and say, what am I going to do now? If I leave now, maybe my church pastor will be very upset that I leave. Or the people in the church, what would they say? Or maybe because you are a mommy of the church, you don't want to give up mommy title. You be mommy, are you the mother to those people? You are a mother to just your children. You are a pastor, that's the title. You are not be you born anybody for inside the church. So all these things are what is keeping a lot of our women. They will just suffer in that silence, and before you know it, it's not necessarily just the African women. Even some people in other countries, they suffer the same thing and they don't speak out. And let me tell you guys, I have gone through that route of being depressed, so I know what it is. Because nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect. If you don't speak out or you don't seek for help, there are a lot of thoughts that will be coming into your head. And those thoughts are not pleasant. They are not bread and butter. They are not good. So if you're in any abusive relationship, you have to sit down and ask yourself, should I sit in this relationship and die? Or do I want to speak out and get out? Or we go for therapy and repair it? Because you know what is your happiness? And this is one life to live. I've not seen anybody who died and they say he woke up the next day, he's living in another city. Maybe not ghost, but the ghosts, they're not a great look. They run, they hide. So you got one life to live. So that one life to live, how are you living it? How are you managing it? Are you happy? That's the question. If you're not happy, that behind your smiles, there's tears, there is suffering, there is abuse, You need to speak to somebody. You need to. Say, the bear am now. Your parents, the bear. No, our parents didn't bear it like that. Recently, I started making research and I find out that the olden days people of the 60s and 50s, they were even a little bit more promiscuous than the people of now, because you see a lot of women had children for like 3 men or 4 men. Some men had children from 5 women or 6. So nobody has been a saint. It's only Christ, only God. So don't stay there and you're suffering and smiling. So it is well. Mommy Bishop, it is well. Once you get out of the car, you just do like this. The moment you guys go into the car, you know you are not happy. Or because your husband is a very big businessman, has so much money, you are there, you are there suffering and smiling. No. You have to speak out. You have to speak out. So that's my encouragement this morning. Behind those smiles, what is behind it? Are you in tears? Are you crying? Are you languishing there like, oh my God, if I know what to do, speak to somebody. There are people for you to speak to. There are people that can talk to you, that they will listen to you, that will help you. There are a lot of organizations that will help you and your spouse to handle your family. I always say it, please, families, mother-in-law, father-in-law, you've married your own, you have your wife. Back out. Back out. No, this boy, he must do our business. Since he marries Jelena does not want him to do our business. Back out. You've done your part on your own. Allow your family, your spouse to do his or her own. Thank you so much, Mr. Motherlord. Say it again loud and clear. Thanks. You are a mother-in-law, you're a father-in-law. We are not saying if they have a problem, if they bring it to you, yeah, you can settle. But if they didn't bring it to you, even if you are living in that same house, cover your ear like say you're not here, because you and your husband, you used to quarrel your own. And they don't have to be in your, do what you are doing. Some families are like that. Oh, because we have this kind of thing, this is how our children should follow it. No, they have their life. You had your own when you had your parents. So, and those families who are fond of not liking other people, what do you want your child to do? If your child says, I'm happy with this girl, you should be happy with that. Even if say as a waka, say you not like him again or something happened, let him bear the brunt. This is problem. So this thing is not only in Igbo culture. In our African culture, it is worse. Especially if a girl who doesn't have money, the boy falls in love with her and now marries her. It is worse. They'll be seeing the girl as, oh, look at this, look at this. Let me look at this story of this lady. Please investigate organized stalking and harassment in Snohomish County. I'm a single woman living in Bethel, Washington, and teaching Edmonds. I've been blacklisted and bullied. I'm virtually a prisoner in my own apartment, as when I got out, I'm followed, harassed, and intimidated. Research. Okay, I will do that. This program is executed via fusion centers, local state law enforcement, neighborhood watch groups. Okay. I will do that. Once I finish my show, I'm going to look into that. And please, can I get you inbox me privately so that we can chat this person? Inbox me privately so that we can chat. Let me know what is truly going on. There are a lot of people who are suffering. They can't speak out. They are like a prisoner inside their own houses. It's something that we have to come out to. We need to help these people. You are married, you're suffering, or you're in a community just like this person is saying now, and people are bullying you, they're punishing you. For what? You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Nobody. So I'm going to look into the matter and we'll see how we can help you. Nobody deserves that at all. For anybody to harass them. Everybody has their life to live. Because nobody's perfect. Nobody. And anybody who is ignorant to become racial is, let me just use the word, the person is ignorant. Because if you're hating your neighbor who is yellow or black or red, you're ignorant. Because God created all of us differently for a reason and for weather purpose. That's why me as a black woman, I'm in America. Cold won't keep me finish. Another feel bear the cold because I'm not cold person. But if you have a baby here now, that child will be staying that cold and not feel it. The same thing a white man, that's why God gave you your white skin. If you go to Africa, I know if you be our heat, now that you see. If you are a red man, there's a weather you will go to, you will not be able to bear it. So that's why God gave us different color. It's not that God gave us different color because we are different human beings. The only little difference I see sometimes is that now Satan himself now came and went to Africa and fell there and now changed the mind of the people. Now look like people are different in some of the behaviors. Not everybody. You know, not everybody. So it now looks like, oh, how some people behave. You ask yourself, are they really human? Are they human? You know, so nobody deserves to be punished or harassed and tormented. It's wrong. Very, very wrong. So I want to say kudos to Harry, Prince Harry, for the decision that he took. Took his wife away from there. It's okay. Now this guy I won't spend my life with. So I'm going to go to another place. Very true. The song, yeah. The song go, they burn their skin. I be like, saying then they roast fish. It's true. It's the same thing. I can't stand the cold here. Cold won't finish my life. If you see me dressing as it's like I'm going to the moon, if I have a way to not go out at all, I will not go. Because I'm not born inside cold. And when I'm saying I'm cold at work, they'll be saying, oh my God, it's so nice. So nice where? I wonder if I finish your cold. It's the same thing. But when we look at people who are racial, they don't, not even the skin, they just don't like the person. The same thing happens in Nigeria. There are some families that will say, no, this one, what's your father doing? What's your mother doing? No. They will not marry you. Thank God that Prince Harry was even able to convince them to marry Meghan. They will not. There are very few of them. Or maybe the young boys now that are changing their mind to say, no, love is not about my family's wealth. It's about my happiness and the girl I want to go with. So please, let us really, truly, you know, begin to change. And mothers and fathers, if you're watching my video, your children are going to get married, please back off when they marry. Allow them to enjoy their lives. Allow them to live their lives. That doesn't mean that you will not advise them or you will not be around them. But check your own self. When you were with your spouse, did they control you like that? Did they detect for you like that? Did they give you torment? Please, if they give you, tell them to repent. Don't turn it over to your daughter-in-law or son-in-law. Don't. Please. Thank you all. The next thing I want to talk about very quickly before I close today, there is this lady I was just watching yesterday. I try not to play their videos if I don't do a proper editing, and I didn't have time to do that. And if I show it, I don't want them to put my, my show down, because these days copyright issue, they're not joking with it. So, but I'm going to talk about the story verbally like this, See my cheek. I've gained weight. I cheated these few days. So you guys should forgive me. I cheated by eating some of the things I'm not supposed to eat. So I think I added some little weight because I can see it on my cheek. All right. So now, this lady just got married at 60. I think she got married like maybe last year or 2 years ago. I was watching her in, I think in Tamron Hall's show, one of those shows. She was 60 when she got married to this gentleman. So why did I bring this thing out? Is to encourage any woman out there who hasn't gotten married yet, that your time is coming. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for less. That lady, beautiful. She has a big business going for her. It's not that she was too choosy. But she said, I want to be happy when I marry. Hey, I know some of you say, hey, Lilian, no, I want a bond. I want to do this. I want to do that. You see, God has time for everybody. Not be how fast you do it. There are some people who have had children, and when you look at the children, the way they turn out, you say, God, please, why now? I don't want this type. And some have turned out tremendously well. But you don't know if that woman has married early, what would have happened to her. So I'm here to encourage any lady who is not married and you're going to bump into my show, that your time is coming. Don't give up. Don't settle for less. Because a lot of our African women too, because of that desperacy, a lot of boys now come and play wayo with them, play trick, take all their money, run away. No, don't do it. Don't settle for less. Take your time, but believe in yourself and keep pursuing that business that you have. The man will come. The woman will come. The same thing. Because what would they tell say who never marry? It's not only the men who, only the women who. Some men are not married too. They don't pass 50. They just a duro, they wait. Don't give up. Your time is coming. You know, that man, that woman that God has prepared for you is somewhere. Because now you fall into the wrong hand. You just be there suffering, and maybe even die or something happen just because you want to settle for less. This lady is happily married to this gentleman, and the man, he was married before but lost the wife. They married in the castle. Big fairy tale wedding that they had. So even if God is going to bless them with another 30 years or 40 years, they will enjoy their lives in peace, not in pieces. Because our girls now in Africa, by the time they're 20, 22, 23, they never marry. Hey, oh, anybody they see, once the boy say, oh, can we go out for a date? Now marriage, you must marry me by force, by fire. If they see another girl with him, they'll go and fight and get naked. What's wrong with you people? Why? What's wrong? Allow the boy to propose. No, he doesn't have to propose. He's by force, by fire. As we are dating, he must marry me. He has a job. He has a this. He has a that. So please, don't settle for less. Have your expectation. I am not saying that your expectation should be over the roof, but have the basic things you are expecting from somebody. Don't settle for less, especially the ladies are married. Even men as well. Yes, sir. Because there is time for everything and there is time for everybody. But make yourself available. Maybe this will be a talk for another day, because some people don't make themselves available. You have to make yourself available. But then, even when you make yourself available, and it hasn't come, be patient. Your time will come. Don't rush and just go. Hey, the clock is ticking. What clock is ticking? How? Are you God? Where is the clock that is ticking? Age is in numbers. It is how you carry yourself that will define how you look when you are 60 or 50 or 70. So, and nobody knows tomorrow. So it is not whether you go and marry at 20 that defines your life, or you go and marry at 30 or 60 or 50 or whatever. No. Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Are you satisfied? That is the question you should be asking yourself before you delve right into it, or you are so desperate, you just go and carry somebody. And it's just sad, but it's the truth. Most of our big girls, you just go and settle for less. And you see now, you say, oh, the man deceived me, the boy deceived me. I didn't know it was like this, because you were in a hurry. You were rushing. So please, I just want to use that to encourage our hearts that anything you are believing God for, just be patient, it will come. It might take time, but it will come. As long as you're consistent, persistent, and you're patient, it will come. Just keep working on it. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. This is where I'm going to stop today. I'm coming back slowly. And I want to thank all of you for your prayers. And I see some people write to me, inbox me, Lillian, we've not been seeing you on live show. What's going on? Everything is good, but something happened that dragged me back a little bit. I will talk about it in details when everything is over, but not right now. I think I said that last week too. So just give me your prayers, and also let me give you the prayer points. You know, that just keep me in prayers and tell God that my kindness and goodness will not kill me. And anybody who is trying to use my kindness or my good that I have done to want to attack me, that God should attack the person and disgrace the person. I think that's my prayer point that I'm going to give, you know. But God is ever faithful, and you never stop being kind to people, no matter what is going on. Age is in numbers. It depends on how you carried yourself. Yes, it's true. I shared the video to a lot of people. A 68-year-old lady who was rocking it, dancing it the way that so many people cannot even do it. You know, so please enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, enjoy your time every day. Don't think less. Don't settle for less. Be grateful for who you are each particular day and each moment. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll see you guys next week, same time here. And continue to encourage yourself and continue to encourage others. Continue to show love. That's all we can do. One life to live. I love you guys till I see you next week. Shalom. Ciao, ciao.